You'll see the real me. A disaster. The secrets that I keep locked like a monster.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Darkson Gaming. My name is Chris, and in today's video we're going to be talking about potential new Dokkanfest units that are out of the movie bosses category, since this year has been completely set up to be all about movies and everything that's going on. So this is going to be focusing all about the movie boss characters that I think that we could still have a potential to get, and amazingly enough, there are quite a few that they could turn around and end up doing. But first, if you guys haven't done so already, give me a thumbs up if you guys like today's video. Really would help out the channel and be able to go from there. So let me know if you guys like this. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump in. So, movie bosses. Alright, so we all know what's going on here with everything with this unit. You've got Turles here that is an amazing runner with this, along with the Super Broly. And they've kind of stayed within the same units within this. Just kind of scrolling down here, there's Broly's. We've got the Turles, which is the absolute beast, along with Bojack. You know, Broly, they're the ones that have pretty much kind of been the main units throughout all of this. And we do have Janimbas that have turned around and been pretty fire on it. So, I mean, these are very common, but there's actually a lot more units that they could turn around and really develop from this. So this right here is actually a list of just all the different movies and everything they have, and I'm just going to kind of go through. It's not any specific type of order. I kind of started opening up windows all over the place. But first, I want to take a look at the Dragon Ball films. So this right here are all the Dragon Ball films that I think they could easily turn around and have some type of movie-based theme that would still go along with it, and then give us something completely new to help us more with some of those guidance. Is it guidance of the Dragon Balls? Whether Dragon Ball Seekers, they could have Dragon Ball units in general that could be getting a lot of boosts. But you've got the Curse of the Blood Rubies, the Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle, Mystical Adventure, and then the Path to Power. So you're talking about a potential on some of these that could be pretty interesting. So I actually have not seen any of these movies, so it's kind of hard for me to be able to turn around and say these particular movies are this. I know I'm a horrible Dragon Ball fan for not watching the actual movies, but quite honestly, haven't been able to find them on a good enough level to be able to say, hey, I want to go ahead and sit down and watch it. But definitely something I'm hoping to be able to turn around and do very soon. So you do have those opportunities with those Dragon Ball films. They can kind of really get some of these things boosted up pretty well. But going back on through here, of some of these are going to be the Z movies, and we'll actually just go ahead and just start right up here and just scroll down. Dead Zone, Garlic Jr. #1. I think this is what everybody wants. I predict this is going to be the Worldwide Celebration unit, this Dead Zone unit right here, because you're going to easily turn around. You're going to have these guys that can come around and have them be his minions. You're going to have Garlic Jr. that's probably going to have some type of really disgusting revival mechanic, maybe even something else that goes along with there. Maybe he's going to be a unit that just can't take any damage, because he's really the first enemy to wish for eternal life and indestructibility. I mean, he can't die, so it's pretty interesting. I mean, he's going to be huge. He's going to be able to be a big boost to the Namekian category, not to mention a movie bosses category. So a lot of cool things could turn around and happen with him. World's Strongest, Dr. Willow. Again, a unit that I don't think people are a little hesitant on, as far as like maybe they know about him, maybe they don't know about him, but he could definitely turn around and be a Giants category lead. But this was actually, you know, between Garlic Jr., Dead Zone is kind of iffy. I mean, I liked the movie. I thought it was a really great movie. World's Strongest, I mean, I think those are probably two of the better movies in general. So very easily could turn around and see them do something to boost him up at some point. Adding him into some type of a Dokkanfest with a giant category, maybe finally give the Giants a good boost, then easy A some of the giant units, and I think you got a lot of things to kind of go from there. Triamite, I think they're pretty much done with. I don't see them going back and touching Triamite. Lord Slug, again, another Namekian boost that they could turn around and do. Dokkanfest, definitely worthy, and be able to turn around and say, hey, we can really have a decent boost. Not to mention, we could get the pseudo Super Saiyan or false Super Saiyan Goku that could really turn around and be a huge boost to the movie heroes category. So there's a couple different things that could turn around and happen with that. Cooler's Revenge, I obviously I don't think they're going to replace the STR cooler anytime soon. However, they do not have a good meta cooler. So the Return to Cooler movie with Metal Cooler, he's able to turn around. I mean, we've got the LR Metal Cooler Army, but and we have the AGL, that's the giant lead that goes through Wicked Bloodlines. It was the first Wicked Bloodlines lead. He's a good unit, but I really think they could turn around and do something really interesting with a new Metal Cooler unit. They could call him something completely different, or they don't even have to because of the same name, but you could have something really cool with him, and I think that at some point they're going to go through and bounce back onto that, because you easily can get 2 new Super Saiyan Goku and Vegetas that are going to turn around and be pretty cool. And I would just love to have that boost where Vegeta jumps in and just blasts him at point blank range to attack both Goku and Metal Cooler. Super Android 13, I think they're pretty much done on. I can't imagine them going back, because that Goku target Goku leader he's just really, really good. I mean, if you guys don't have an opportunity to have him yet, I mean, he's a fun unit. Boosts androids. They didn't really need another category boost on that, but I think that the unit in general is a good unit. Broly, obviously we just got done with it. I think they're pretty much done with Broly. I think they're done with Bojack. Second Coming is good, and Bio Broly, they might give his free-to-play an Easy A, and that's about as far as what they're going to probably touch him, because they did just come out with the Goten and Trunks unit that went through, so I don't think they're going to go back through and do anything with that. Fusion Reborn. Now, obviously, we're going to be having that potentially soon on Global. So Janemba, I think, has already been pretty much taken care of, and moving from there. Now, Wrath of Dragon. This is going to be the one that I think could be really cool, because if you get a good Hirudegan that comes out, I mean, he could be a complete devastating unit. He's one of the hardest bosses, Dokkan Fest bosses, because he just dodges everything. And unless you have that flute, he can be very, very difficult. I mean, that would actually be a unit that, or a Dokkan Fest, to really kind of have some fun to jump in and do some videos on, because that is very, very difficult. Not to mention, adds in some other potentials for things that could come out throughout the series that I actually think is going to be coming out soon. Really, the biggest thing with this is I think that Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to be getting a ZLR Awakening, because he's really the only movie heroes LR that's out. I cannot think of another one. Might have to go through and take a look at that and dive into that a little bit deeper in another video. But I really think that that would be a perfect opportunity to say, hey, we're gonna Easy A Awaken this LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku when it teams up with Hirudegan. Next, you have Battle Gods and Resurrection F. Now, I think that a Golden Frieza needs to have something better for himself. I mean, he's got some amazing Golden Frieza units, but he is very much deserving of an LR, so I could see them turning around and boosting up with that. As far as going through and saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and do a story revamp of the Resurrection F stuff, you got already some decent units that are there. Not to mention, a really cool, fun unit could be the Z Fighters, and I really hope that they come out with a Z Fighters pack at some time that's very similar to the Ginyu Force, Team Bardock, Metal Cooler Corps. I think a Z Fighters would be really cool, and that's something that they could easily turn around and do in Resurrection F, because, I mean, there's a good chunk of the movie where they're just beating the crap out of just tons and tons and tons of Frieza's army, so that could be pretty good there. Obviously, the Dragon Ball Super, they're going to tap back into that, but I don't think they're going to do it quite yet. Next that I think that they could really do that would be interesting would actually be the 4 OVAs. The Bardock, Father of Goku, I don't know if they would tie up into this one again, or if they would, it would be with a joint with one of the other ones, like maybe perhaps Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans. I mean, Hachiak would be a pretty interesting character. Again, I don't know if he's Dokkan Fest exclusive worthy. It's kind of hard to say. History of Trunks, I mean, you could easily get a future Android 17 and 18 that could turn around and get, some pretty awesome things to boost around. Not to mention, then we can get the ZLR of their free-to-play unit. That would be pretty cool. And then you can obviously get the Heroes Legacy, which is a GT more themed video. You could get the Son Goku and his friends return. That could be something interesting. But I thought there was one more unit, or one more that I was thinking of that could have come around on an OVA. But either way, I think it'd be pretty interesting having them turn around and get something pretty cool. Again, obviously, if they were to turn around and do something like with the episode of Bardock where he is fighting Chilled, I think they're pretty much done with that. I think they've got the exclusive there. So it's hard to say. I mean, they could do all kinds of different things from that standpoint, but not to worry. I think there's going to they could have some very, very good units that are going to turn around on movie heroes that can be able to finish this off all the way through to the worldwide celebration. And I really think it's going to probably end up being a Garlic Jr. But I really hope one of these units that are going to be coming out, I would have thought it would have been Janemba, but maybe someone else that can do rainbow key sphere changes, I think can be very, very good. So, guys, that's it. That's today's video. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a highlight as far as what I thought of some potential movies and units that they're going to be coming out with this year yet. So, as you can see, they've got a plethora of information they could easily go through and get set up for us. But otherwise, if you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you guys are going down, hitting that red subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I'm uploading a new video. And then also, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think would make some good Dokkan Fest units for the movie boss category. And from there, that's pretty much about it, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.